Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks everybody for coming along to the drop-in demo webinar. Oh, hold on, let me admit someone else. I'll have to keep my eye on that. Anyway, we can go ahead and get started here. This is just going to be kind of a quick informal overview of the front end and back end of TownWeb websites and what we can do for you. I do have several people on my team here with me today. First of all, I'll introduce myself. I'm Liz and I'm the general manager of TownWeb. So I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything. And I'm definitely not the techiest one here. That would be probably Miranda. She's a project manager and she also does the trainings. And so anyway, if there's any questions that come up that we can't answer, we can certainly get the answers for you and get back to you. Also, I have with me over on this side, on my screen anyway, is Mr. Chris Estrella, and he is our government content insider. Did I get that right? He's also a past clerk and a past WMCA president. So he knows a lot about our product and he loves small government. So he might be able to answer a lot of questions too. Also, he is very familiar with another, I'm still letting people in here, sorry. With HeyGov, which is another kind of facet of our company or a sister company where they can really take everything that was done on paperwork before in your municipality and digitize it, forms, permits, licensing, payments, everything like that. So if people are interested in knowing about that, reservations, he'll be able to answer all of those questions for you later. I also have with me Tahiva, and she is one of the newest members of our team. So she is still just learning everything about us and just going to sit in and observe. And I don't know, maybe we can hit her up with a question later. Anyway, so before I dive in and just show you some examples of some of our newest themes, I guess, does anybody have any opening questions? Are we just ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll in Big Water.
Nice, I like it. Okay, I'm double checking the waiting room, make sure we're not missing anybody. I'm just going to share my screen here and kind of show you some examples, and then I'll let Miranda take over and show you the back end, which is our client dashboard. It's super popular. I guess I could give a little bit more explanation before I dive in. If anybody has ARPA funds left, all of the TownWeb websites in HeyGov are ARPA expenditure approved. Also, another thing that's been really popular are .gov domains and emails. That's again something that we can help you with. I know our friends in Wisconsin about a year and a half ago really had a push to start transitioning for everybody to get a .gov domain. We're not finding that broadly across the US, but it is getting more popular, so that's something we can help you out with. All of the sites are mobile friendly and ADA compliant, and the functionality of our programs across the board is going to work the same no matter what theme I'm showing you. It might look different from theme to theme or on different home pages, but overall the functionality is the same. The agendas and minutes program is going to work the same, the calendar. So it's just going to look different from each version, but really it all pretty much works the same. And with that, I think we're ready to dive in. So let me get my screen up here and I'll start sharing.
Here's how the back end works for uploading stuff.
Okay, what we're looking at here first is just a demo site that we use. And so it's a good way for me to explain the different components of this particular theme. Now, like I said, we do have other themes that are available, but this is one of our newest and most popular. And this is what we have do some of our demos on and what Miranda will be demoing the back end on. As you can see right away, looks like we have a practice emergency alert up. So that's something that's always really popular. People want to know about the alert system and all of that. But as you can see, and Miranda can show this in more detail later, there is a practice emergency alert up. It's kind of covering up the weather widget right now and part of the logo. So let me scroll down just a tad. This is let me get the Zoom bar out of the way too. So the first thing that we'll come to is the navigation menu. And this has become a really popular style for the nav menu, this big picture or mega menu look where you can see the pages and sub pages which are underneath under each category or menu item. And over here on the right-hand side, these are quick links, and those are things that your residents come to the website for most frequently. So we just kind of want to make them front and center, and things can be found easily. They're really tied to any internal pages that might be popular or any sort of internal document that might be popular. So we have them there, and as you can see, when I scroll down, they kind of jump over and become little icons. The next thing I'll talk about is this hero image. On this particular theme, we just really like to use one nice focal point, crisp, clear image. We do have other themes available where the images up here could rotate through, 3 or 4 different images. Another thing that's really popular is just our normal regular ticker bar, which is this thing scrolling along right here. It's good for any non-emergency type of announcement. And it's super easy to control right from your client dashboard. So if you wanted to change it up daily, it's easy to go in and just add a new message. And if you didn't want anything scrolling there, you can just leave it blank and it won't bother anybody. The next section is the news and notice section. You can see on this theme, we kind of have some arrows that scroll through 3 or 4 of the most recent news and notice postings. You can certainly click to read more or read the story, and it's going to open up into a full page area about just this notice or news item where you can have a lot more information, additional pictures, more text, attachments. So this is kind of an area that you guys would use a lot to push out just general information that you want people to see. And then all of the past news and notices are on an internal page. And it's basically what we call an archive page because it can house them indefinitely over time. And so when you get down to the bottom of the page, there's just options for additional page numbers. So it's a good way to keep track and basically just have an archive of all your past news and notices. Over here, we have another set of quick link buttons. Again, just things that people are looking for most frequently when they come to your website. And there's always a place that we can add social media links, either right here in this area. A lot of times we do them in the footer also. Get Zoom out of the way. Scrolling down just a bit, each template is going to have an area, what we refer to as your sandbox. It's kind of your play area where we can customize it to make it look, however you'd like. Sometimes we'll see a paragraph of text like this, but over on this side, we might see a little slideshow. So even though this particular theme only has one picture up above, there's really a lot of places that you can use all kinds of other pictures. We can put them on slideshow right here on the homepage or on any internal page. We also do photo gallery pages all the time. So we can really use a lot more photos, even if the theme that you're looking at only has one at the top. So as you can see with Hayville here, we just did a paragraph of text and then a box for office hours, but this can really be customized to what you wanted. And if you wanted a very clean and concise and short homepage, we could certainly just, maybe just have a headline that says welcome or something. We also have a couple different menu styles to choose from. This particular one that's showing right here is our horizontal upcoming events. And each one, even though they're going to look different on the themes, will work the same way, where if I click the more events, it's going to open up into that full page calendar where you can see everything a month at a time. And then certainly hover over for more information or click to open up that event and get more information. You can have a lot more text housed within these events. You can have links if you had an attachment that you wanted to go with that event. And all of this is super easy to control from your client dashboard, adjusting the calendar and adding to the calendar. right now might be a good time to say that we also have an amazing support team. So if you didn't want to add anything to your calendar, we're always more than happy to do any of this work for you as far as adding documents or things to the calendar or photos. You just need to shoot us an email. So that's kind of something that's unique about TownWeb. Let me get back to the home page here. And then we have people can subscribe to receive email or text notifications from things that you post on the website. This particular section is like a quick subscribe to everything, but really we can set it up to whatever sort of categories you would want people to be able to subscribe to. They just come to this page and you can see that these are the different categories or committees or not really departments, but people that have agendas and minutes meetings. They can subscribe to different categories there, or even just different news and notice types of categories. And again, that's super easy to control right from your dashboard. And basically all you need to do is click a button to send when you're done adding your content, and it's going to go out to all the subscribers that have signed up to receive that type of notification. This section out on the home page, sometimes we'll hide this and sometimes we'll keep it in view. It's really just quick links to your departments. I'll just click here real quick and see what comes up. So each department, can have information, contact information, show the department team. If you're a really big municipality, there can be a set menu for just that department, a special menu. So, and again, on the home page, those are really just quick links to get to those department pages. You'll also find them up here in the menu. And then we can also have an FAQ section. These are probably just 3 of the most popular FAQs that you get, and it's kind of neat how you can just toggle to expand them. And of course, these are going to work the same way as the news and notices, where if you click the more questions, it's going to take you to an internal page. Actually, I'll just click on it real quick. Take you to an internal page where you can see all the FAQs, and you can always have as many FAQs as you would like. We just really want to be able to eliminate phone calls and make your job more efficient. So the more FAQs, the better. And then after that is pretty much just the footer. This is shown on every single page. Generally, we do a photo or a logo. We can have whatever contact information that you want down here. Just pretty standard information in the contact or in the footer. So this was our test site or our demo site. I'll just show you one here that we've launched recently for the town of Wheatland, Wyoming. You can see their menu. They have a nice photo to go with their news and notice. We can sort of stylize the icons for the different departments, quick links. So again, this was pretty much that same theme, showing you a different, an actual municipality using it. And then let me jump over here. This is another new theme we have. It's a little more simplified. You can see we have one big photo here. This one can actually rotate through several photos up here at the top. I think Haven just has one at the moment. The round buttons are quick links. So again, these are the things that the residents are coming to the website for most frequently. And then the navigation menu is right under there. And if I scroll down the page, you'll see how this one differs a little bit. The quick links jump over here to the side. The other neat thing about this particular theme is that we can have these quick links show up on every internal page. So that's kind of cool. And then the ticker bar is down here. News and notices is looks a little bit different than the first theme that we looked at, but works the same way. There's going to be that internal archive page of all the past news and notices. This is just a different style of a calendar that we can do, a mini calendar with a list of upcoming events. One thing that we did different on this theme is have a place right on the home page for the most recent minutes and agendas postings. Generally, everybody always uses them as a quick link somewhere. So on the other themes, we always see them as one of the top quick links, but we just thought it would be kind of neat to have it show up right on the homepage, at least quick glance for the recent ones. And I don't think I showed you guys this yet, but this is what the agendas and minutes page looks like. Again, it'll be a similar version of this across the board. It's always going to be a nice clean table where you can easily see what sort of document is going with which meeting. And if they stream their meetings on YouTube, you can always paste the YouTube link in our client dashboard on the back end, and a link would show up right here where they could click and watch that meeting. Place for notes. You can see we can organize it by different commissions and committees. So again, each theme will have, you know, an internal agendas and minutes page like that. And then the quick subscribe for the notifications. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, this is just a different version of a theme. Again, this one is a little more simplified than the first one. It's got the traditional drop-down menu, one big hero image, the set of quick links. This is that sandbox section. You can see they really wanted to have a lot of text and do a little slideshow of their neat boats. A different way to display the events coming up, mini calendar with a list of scrolling events horizontally. Anywhere you would see these calendar icons, those can always be swapped out for some sort of graphic or picture, which we always advise doing because it just makes it, you know, more fun to look at, basically. News and notice section. And the footer. And the last one I'll show you here, just to kind of give you an overview, is a custom theme that we did. So we actually met with the client, figured out what would work best for them, and custom designed a theme. So this is not based off of one of our templates, but it just kind of gives you an idea that we can also do something completely custom as well. They have, again, that mega menu style. This is a really big site, lots of pages. So they've got lots of departments.
In that township one would work for us for, you don't need that room.
And again, they wanted to keep their homepage pretty simple, which is probably good for as big as they are. They make it very easy to find, you know, what you're looking for when you come to this website. Another thing that they also do, which is kind of cool, is if you have a YouTube channel and you do stream your meetings, we can actually connect YouTube Live or Facebook Live and create a place on the website where when that meeting started, it would show up and start streaming the meeting live. So right now, this is just kind of a placeholder there. So anyway, that's just a quick overview of some of our themes that are available that we use a lot. Very easy to find things on the front end, and it's very easy to do on the back end. I guess at this point, are there any questions on those or anything? If not,
I have a question.
oh, sure. Okay.
Microphone, didn't turn it on.
If you like our residents right now, the website we have, they're able to pay like their taxes and sewer bill, just for 2 examples I know for sure. Is that a possibility to do that?
Absolutely. And I'll let Chris Estrella cover that in a little more detail later. But for sure. Yep. Good question. If that's it, I will let Miranda kind of show you how easy it is to do from the back end, make all of these changes, and then we'll let Chris kind of dive in and show you, touch on HeyGov and stuff. So Miranda, take it away.
All right, awesome. I will pull up my screen here. So the nice thing about your TownWeb website is it's going to be really, really easy for you to manage on the back end. Like Liz said, if you don't want to manage it, you don't have to. You have all of our support staff available and ready to help you out. But if you do want to manage it, we make it as easy as possible. So all of the things that you do most frequently on your website are right here in red for you. So it's real easy to find. So posting our news and notices, creating events on the calendar, and adding our minutes and agendas. I'll just kind of breeze through each one of these here. So for posting news and notices, that of course is what is going to show up right under the recent notices section of each page or of each website. So when we click on that, it's pretty intuitive. It's going to ask us for all the information that it needs. So we can start by giving it a title. We can choose a featured image. So if we want this delicious looking food, we can have that as our featured image. We can choose the category that we want. If you just want a general news and notice category, we'll just put it there. And then down here, this is a standard text editor. It works exactly like Microsoft Word. So you can type in information, you can copy and paste information, and all of your formatting tools are right down on the bottom. So it's really easy to get things looking the way that you want. And you also have the option to schedule your posts as well. So if you wanted it to go up on Saturday, but you don't want to have to work on Saturday, you can schedule it out and the website kind of does all of the work for you. So that's kind of another nice feature we have as well. And on this one, when you click save, it's automatically going to publish to the website and automatically going to send a notification to your subscribers. So one step, you're done, good to go, everyone's notified, and it's on your website. Adding events to the calendar is going to look very similar when we click on that. It pretty much looks the same. You start at the top by giving your event a name. So we'll say meeting. You can choose a featured image again if you would like, and you can select the category. You can choose, you can add your description down here. Again, works just like Microsoft Word, and you can choose when the event is going to take place. And one feature that a lot of people really like to use on the calendar is the recurrence. So if it's some sort of monthly meeting that's going to be happening, let's say the second Tuesday of every month, for example, you can define that in here and the website is going to again do the work for you and automatically create that event for you every single month. So you don't have to remember to come in and redo the whole process. And our minutes and agendas section, again, this is going to be pretty intuitive. It's basically just going to give you a form to fill out. So it's going to request all of the information that it needs from you. So you would start up here at the top and give your meeting a name. You choose the date and choose the category. And then to upload your documents, it's going to be just like attaching something to an email. So you'll click on your paperclip. This will open up your computer's files. And from here, you can select the document that you want to add. Same process works if you have an agenda packet, meeting minutes, or any additional documents. You would just click on that paperclip. And if you ever do record your meetings via video or audio, there are places here and here to paste those links as well. And then down at the bottom, there's a spot for brief notes. This is just a little note that's going to show up in our agendas and minutes table. So people use this if a meeting is maybe postponed or held in a different room than normal. The option is there to add some additional information. And another nice thing is you can also send out notifications. It looks like our notifications are not implemented on our test site, but it's super easy to do. Once you post your minutes and agendas, there'll just be a little green button right here. You click that button, it sends out a notification to your subscribers. So super easy. And you can choose to hit that button as often as you want, or you don't have to hit it at all if you don't want to. So you have complete control over those notifications and when they go out to people. And then just a couple other quick features here. So swapping out that ticker bar message, that's going to be this one here. Super simple to do. Right now we have one up, so we'll just click remove, and that will take down the one that is there. Let's remove that one too. And then it's going to give us a bar, pretty much just a text box. So from here we could say, happy Thursday, everybody. Click save. And just like that, the ticker bar is going to be locked out. So super simple to use. And our emergency alerts is also quite easy to use.
I want this.
I'll remove this one that is
Freaking
on.
awesome. Like it. Oh,
And then
sorry.
it's okay. So we can choose real alert. We can choose the delivery method. So if we want to send it email, it will email everybody who's subscribed to your website. Text message will text everybody, and website ticker will put this scrolling red alert bar up here. And then down here is where you can put the contents of that emergency alert. So no parking on the street, maybe there's a snowstorm, no parking. And then from here, you can click confirm, and that will just send it right out, or you can schedule it out as well. So if you're doing this at 2 in the morning and you don't want to text everybody at 2 in the morning, you can schedule it to go out tomorrow morning. And that way you're not annoying anybody. So that's just kind of a general overview. Again, you do also get that unlimited support. So if you're in here and you do have any questions along the way, all of our contact information is here, and you can even submit a support ticket directly from the dashboard. So kind of a one-stop place for you to get all of your questions answered. So with that, did anybody have any questions?
Miranda, can you show the 2 buttons below that real quick?
Yes, so down here, we also have 2 additional buttons. So book a training, you click on this and you get a direct link to my personal calendar. So you can choose any date or time on my calendar that's available, and just book a training session with me that way. Or you can go to our help website, and this has articles and videos that kind of show all of the processes of the dashboard. So if you're in here, you need a refresher, this is a good place to go. And it also has our Town Web Help Guide, which is a downloadable and printable PDF that has written instructions as well. So that can be a nice thing to just keep by your computer if you need any sort of information right on hand. Any other questions? All right. Cool.
All right.
And I believe we're handing it off to Chris.
Yeah.
As fate would have it, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. As fate would have it, HeyGov is also having the equivalent of this today in an hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop our link to our drop-in demo in the chat. If you'd like to sign up and attend that, we usually allot an hour. We don't always go an hour, but we usually allot an hour, and we have them every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 Central Time. That's 11:30 for me here on the West Coast. So if you've got nothing going on an hour from now and you want to learn a little bit more than what I'm going to tell you in the next 5 to 10 minutes, we'd love to have you. And if not, maybe we'll see you later. So I'm going to quick share my screen. And so everybody can see, welcome to Hayville. We're already familiar with this, but what I want to focus on is the access to digital services right down here. We had a specific question about payments, and so what we at HeyGov do is we not only handle payments, but we handle online licensing, online citizen reporting of issues, online reservations. So if you rent out parks, park shelters, your municipal building, things like that. But I'm gonna focus on payments specifically. So from the public side, on the little widget that I just clicked on, this box will pop up, and then the residents will click pay online. It will open up HeyGov, and it will ask you, what do you want to pay for? And so we also have a HeyGov test site called Hayville that of course directly ties in to our website. We've got a bunch of templates set up for things that we accept payments for, but I'm just going to click on the online payments. And what this really is, this is kind of a catch-all for everything else that isn't required to be tied to a form. So for example, being a clerk, I know, there's dog licenses, there's building permits, there's mobile home park permits, there's all kinds of forms that payments are tied to. But there's also things that you accept payments for that maybe don't require a form, or maybe they do and you don't want them to require a form. So what we have down here is we have our quick pay set up, and we can set up virtually anything that you would like to set up a payment for. If you want to pay your property taxes, if you want to apply for a boat launch permit, if you have a court and you accept money for citations, if you want to send me money, I'm happy to accept money. That's awesome too. we can also set this up for donations. One of the things that I did at my last municipal post is we had a fundraiser for our police department, and we didn't have this ability to solicit donations online. So this is a way to get donations online. But really all it is, you don't have to sign up for an account. I have one, of course, because I'm an administrator, but you put in your name and your address. You select what it's going to be. So I'm going to send myself some money because I could use some. Oops. You're welcome. And $250 because I like money. And what it does is it this automatically computes what the payment fee is. There's nothing that you have to worry about when it comes to calculating that fee or even accounting for it. And I'll show you on the back end real quick, but I'm just going to put in our company's test card number and complete the payment so you guys can see how it looks.
You might have blown it like on the back fence of Chantel's there. I blew it up against it, but not on it. But I got.
And I'm going to click save. No, I'm not going to click save because I don't want to save that.
Well, you know,
So this is what happens. This is what happens when you click submit.
Some again, because it's probably breaking up. I don't know all the main roads.
There is somebody speaking. Could you just make sure that you're muted real quick? Everybody?
Gene, but the plow's sitting there.
Well, it's all.
That'd be awesome. Thank you. So once that payment is complete, then the resident or the visitor will get this message. You've made your payment. Here's the fee. They get this automatically emailed to them. My email just dinged. I literally just got it. So they have their receipt right there. There's nothing that you have to print out. There's nothing that you have to save paper-wise. It's actually really awesome how this works out. And so now I'm going to log into the back end. I think I might actually already be logged in. I am. So this is the administrative side of HeyGov. And so I'm going to go into HeyGov Pay, look for that payment that was just made. I don't see it just yet. It usually takes a minute or two to pop in. I'm going to do a quick refresh. But while that's populating, what you'll see here is all the payments and all of the fees and everything, what it's for, who it's for, what they're paying, everything like that. It's really great how it's organized for you, and it can be organized through different departments. So if you've got like a separate billing department, building department, parks and recs, if you wanted to have a clerk versus a treasurer department, you can set all that up. And each of these departments has different bank accounts. So if you wanted to set up a different bank account for those, you can certainly do that too. But this is all sortable, customizable. There's my payment. It finally popped in, but it shows what it's for, who it's from, what the payment method was, everything like that. So it really is a really easy way to keep everything organized for all the payments that you get. And this isn't just for the quick pay payments like I just made. This is also for all the payments. So and I'm not going to talk about Hey License unless somebody wants me to, but for all these forms that we also accept payments for, all the payments for these forms are also organized here at HeyGov Pay. So we've got, let's see if we've got here. We've got, here's one for the community center. Here's one for the boat launch permit. Here's one for a dog license. All this stuff is done and organized right here. You can refund payments directly from here. You can view the receipt. You can search for them. If you have an optional card reader, you can actually take payments in person as well. So we have, and I'll go over the fees really quick, and then I'll answer any questions in case anybody has any. The fees are 2.9% plus 30 cents of the transaction for online payments. So to make the math really easy, on a $100 payment, that's a $3.30 fee. In person, it's cheaper. It's 2.5% plus a nickel. And so that would be where if somebody's in front of you and you want to accept a payment through the card reader, you could do that right here. But also you can request a payment, you can email it, or you can text it directly to their phone. And that way, and then what it'll do is it will take them right to that quick pay screen that I started off from right here. So it's a really great way just to collect money if you don't have online payments right now. It's a really simple and easy way to collect payments. And I see we have a question from Liz.
Chris,
Yes, Liz.
Those fees that are associated, who pays for those?
Oh, I'm so glad that you asked, Liz. The resident, the visitor, anybody who's using it pays for it. The municipality does not pay for it. What happens is, if you think of two highways, you've got the payment. So we'll say it's $100 payment. The payment goes directly to you. The payment fee goes directly to our processor. Again, there's nothing that you have to settle for or worry about or account for. It's all just, it splits just like that. So that was a great question, Liz. Thank you for asking. And if there are any other questions, I am absolutely happy to answer them. Or if anybody wants me to give a really quick look at Hey License, Hey 311, or Hey Reserve,
I have
as
a-
long as we have
I
time.
have a question.
I hear a
This is-
question. Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. This is the Big Water clerk. My question is, if we do already have an online way for people to pay, is there a way to link that through instead of using your software?
That is an excellent question, and I actually can't answer it. Yes. If they have an open API, if whomever your payment processor is, they have an open API and are willing to work with us, we absolutely are willing to work with anybody. So it's really just a question of if they can work with us, we're happy to work with them.
Do you by any chance know offhand if you guys work with Express Bill Pay?
I don't, but I can find out and get back to you.
And as
Okay,
far
I
as
actually-
the website itself, if you want to like stick with your interface with Express Bill Pay or, all of that stuff, it doesn't need to be integrated with HeyGov either. So it can be, if they can get something to work, that's awesome, because then you get the beautiful interface that you just saw. But if not, as far as linking from the website, that's super easy. And we do that all the time with Express Bill Pay.
And that's why
Oh,
Miranda's here,
okay,
because she
good.
knows all that techie stuff.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. I think I recognize you, Chris, were you at the conference in Logan?
I was,
in
yes, I
September?
was.
Okay, like your face looks really familiar. I recognize you.
Yeah, I am
Okay.
guilty of being that guy, yes.
All
The face
right.
and the voice.
Yeah, yes, very, very vivacious.
I've been told that pretty much every day since I was a kindergartner, so that's
Oh, good.
on point,
Well, that's
that's
a good thing.
perfect.
Thank you for answering my question. I'll be quiet now.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Shoot.
If we get a standard package from, but we do not have HeyGov, is that something, if we grow into that, we can, 3-4 years, we can add, or is that a problem?
No
No, that's
problem.
great. Perfect.
Yeah,
Because we're not there yet, but someday maybe.
But at least it's on your radar.
yeah.
Well, I'm a middle-aged, closer to older age farmer, and I'm just learning. I'm trying to take over and just learning stuff. So we're going
How big is your municipality, if you don't mind my asking? 800
800
Okay.
people.
So the smallest municipality that we currently service their population is 600. So we already service municipalities your size. So I think you've already grown into it, but that's just me.
Well, maybe we have, but I don't know it yet.
Okay. Well, we're here when you're ready. I'll tell you that.
Okay, thank you.
So we are population 430. Is there like a population you don't go down to?
No, I mean that's also a great question. No, we really, the focus initially was on kind of the smaller ones to kind of get our foot in the door. But I mean, a municipality, I mean, we're currently looking at a municipality of like 25,000-30,000. So really, as long as you're in that kind of 400 to 30,000, we're good.
Okay,
Same
great.
for
Yeah,
the website.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You got us with town because that right there classifies you.
Yes.
Population wise, so. Awesome,
Great
thank you.
questions, guys.
Yeah, really good questions. Any other HeyGov questions? I'm happy to answer them.
Any theme questions or dashboard questions? Great. Well, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I just recently received a proposal and I'm still wading through it all. So I'm sure once I go through the proposal, I'll have questions.
Okay, that's fine. Shoot them back. I think, did your proposal come from Peter?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, yep. He'll be able to answer those or stick you with us. Yep, not a problem.
Thanks.
All right, well, we will send you the recording of this. Did you have another question?
I do.
Okay.
I have not received a proposal or even
Uh-huh.
requested one. So how do I go about doing that?
Let's see, I'm gonna copy and paste a quick link here real quick and I'll put it in the Zoom chat. Let me just grab it real
Okay.
quick.
And while Liz is doing that, I'm gonna just remind everybody of my shameless plug for our HeyGov drop-in demo that's in 45 minutes. If you guys are interested, myself and my colleague Megan will be there and we can go into way more detail if you want. And again, if you don't, every Tuesday and Thursday, 1:30 Central, 12:30 Mountain, 11:30 Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. I got them all.
Yeah, anybody can use that link for a quote too, or you can always just shoot us an email to sales@townweb.com. But yeah, I'm sure Peter will be reaching out to you guys too when he sends the link for the recording. So
Awesome. Thank you guys very much.
yeah, thanks for coming. This was great. Good crowd. So
Yeah, thanks, everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, we'll have a happy Thursday and let us know if you have any other
Thank you.
questions.
Thank
All right,
you.
take
You
care.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.